Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I am going to review Kamen Rider Amazon's Season 2. Now, this season takes place 5 years after the events of Season 1. And well, how this season starts is that, there was this group of young people who turns out that they hunt Amazons. Now, later on, we meet this young man whose name is Chihiro. No, he doesn't have a family name, but anyway, he also happens to be an Amazon, and he turns into a purple version of what Hakaru in Jin turned into. The yes. And also, oh yes, and then eventually, later in the first episode, oh yeah, Chihiro, he meets this girl. Her name is Hoshini Yu, and you see Shihiro. He was raised by Amazons, and he have eaten human before, but when he first well, when he saw Yu, somehow he didn't want to eat her because according to the subtitles, it was a human I don't want to eat. It was something like that. However, EU happens to have some kind of thing on her arm, an arm bracelet, just like the Amazon's riders have. So not all the Amazons do have it. Even Chihiro himself has one, but EU's armlet is kind of different. But anyway, she also turns into an Amazon, and she fights Amazons that were causing trouble. And then, it's revealed that EU, she she works for this group that's been hunting Amazons ever since what happened at the events by the end of season one. And then, Shihiro wanted to know what's going on, and then he talked with the people at the organization, and it was revealed that EU is actually a corpse. It's because she doesn't feel anything, and she she's kind of like an emotionless robot, but uh, she's dead actually, but she can still move. So anyway, it's kind of like a zombie that the organization can control. And then oh yeah, and there was this one episode where Shigeru took you out on a date. Of course, Iyu, she doesn't feel anything. I mean, she has no emotions. Anyway, another episode, it was we see the return of Haruka, who was yes, the protagonist in season one. And I forgot to mention that in my season one review that at the end of that season, it was revealed that Haruka's human cells came from Reika, so he wasn't really he wasn't really Reika's adopted son. He was her actual son and Mizuki's half brother. Of course, Haruka's birth was a result of a lab experiment. I don't think, I mean, I never mentioned if she gave birth to him or if he was created in a test tube. And then when Haruka arrived, well, came a team that was for the organization, and one of the team members was Haruka's half sister Mizuki, and well, he was recently trained, or he finished her training, and well, he joined the organization to not only to fight Amazons but to deal with Haruka if he ever became a real threat. And then that team from season one, well, they arrived and eventually met up with Mamoru. Mm. He was another Amazon who used to fight with them, but well, now he's on the side of the Amazons, and he not only that, but he revealed that he's planning to turn every human into Amazons. You see, well, what happened that after the event of season one, well, I think the actor has gotten into some kind of water, and a company that sells water, it kind of caused an infection. Some kind of epidemic that was going around that turns people into Amazons. Now, and in the other episodes, we see the return of EU. No, no, I mean the return of Jin. And well, he and when he first arrived, he called Hikaru his son. You see, it's been revealed that shortly after the event season one, Jin and Nanoha, well, they were traveling around to help with the end of the Amazons. Of course, because of that acid rain that happened, season one, well, it kind of affected Jin in some way, and becoming more and more aggressive and was starting to lose more and more control of his Amazon side. And then one day, it was revealed that Manaha was pregnant with Jin's child. And well, this was a fast pregnancy because well, since Jin had made himself an Amazon, then well, the effects of his DNA has been altered. So when Nanaha became pregnant, then the child was developing quickly. And then when they went to a hospital to find out what's going on, well, they met with this doctor called the oh yes, Hoshino Hajime, and he's also and Doctor Hoshino is the father of Iyu. The ultimate scene where Iyu arrived, was in a flashback. But anyway, when Jane realized that if it was what would happen if it turns to be a baby Amazon, and well, he did remember his oath to kill every Amazon. And then, well, one day, Jin was fighting other Amazons, and during that, well, Nanaha asked the doctor for a favor. And then eventually, when Jin arrived, they were gone. You see, after Chihiro was born, well, Nanaha took Chihiro with him, so they'll be safe from Jin, at least the child. And then, as time went on, the child grew quickly. And then one day, Nanaha was eaten by an Amazon. Also, Chihiro's development could explain why he became fully grown in 5 years. Because his fast growth, and maybe he would age quickly as well. Or, you know, oh, yeah, and now see the next thing. Oh yes. Anyway, once the whole flashback was over, well, Jin was determined to kill Shihiro, and well, they fought, many episodes, and then oh yes, and also for EU, well, her flashback, well, what happens that how she uh how she got to be where she is because well sometimes well Doctor Kishino he became an Amazon himself, and then he started and when his Amazon form he started attacking his family, and well EU was the final one to be well for him to kill, and one of the things he did was he took out one of EU's eyeballs out, and yeah, from the yeah her left eyeball, which is why EU has or her left eye looks kind of different from the other one. But however, Haruka arrived, then killed Hoshino, and then well EU well her body was taken to the team and the organization, and she be- and that's how she got her Amazon powers. But like I said before, uh, she now fights Amazons as a corpse with no memory of who he was before. And also, well, when Chihiro started to work for the organization so he can be with EU, well, EU had a order which was called Chihiro must not be terminated or something like that. And then see, oh yes, and then finally when oh yes, well anyway, eventually Chihiro's memories from his childhood started to come back to him, and then he realized that the Amazon who ate his mother was himself. And once he realized what happened, he became so distressed because of the horror he committed. And then the, uh, that they were ordered to put him in some kind of a block, so he won't be he won't talk to anybody else. However, it was futile because well, when he realized how much he loved EU, he turned into a monster version of his Amazon form. In fact, that was the version that he was in when he killed Nanoha. And he got away and started to attack everybody, and there was blood all over the place. And eventually, he went back to his human form, once he got out, but he was so distressed because he remembered, well, because of what he remembered he did. And then eventually, now, in another episode, well, Haruka and Mitsuki were walking around somewhere, and then they met this Amazon that looks like some kind of uh, jellyfish angel. But it left. However, no, no, no. They were about to finish attack, and then they realized that it was really Anaha because well, after Chihiro attacked Anaha, well, her pregnancy caused her to be able to transform into some kind of celestial Amazon. And eventually, Jin met up with her and started to fight. And then, well, he realized I have it. And also for Mamoru, well, he was going to he's about to fight his whole team, but then they had something, and of course Mamoru died, and so was the end of him. And finally came oh yes, and then another episode we see the return of Reika, and when she was at this house where her boss was lying down, but because what happened, this is the one he well, sometime 3 to 5 years, his condition wasn't that great, and also he probably realized the horror his organization has caused. And then we get to the final battle of season two, and what happened was that Shihiro brought Yu to this old abandoned church, and then eventually, I think Shihiro, I don't remember what happened, but I think it was that Shihiro was trying to make her remember everything, and then finally it was all coming back to EU, and all that she remembered was that her father ate her, and she was continuing saying the same thing over and over, and it was revealed that well what really happened with her was that when she was in the control of the organization, she lost her sense of self, and then eventually came the oh yeah, and when oh yes, now I remember. See what happened was that when EU was when she became the this rope this robot girl like yeah, a drone. The organization did put stuff in her armlet that would destroy her if she ever became a threat, and eventually her body started to deteriorate, and she was she died. And then came the final battle between Chihiro, Hagura, and Jin, and they fought, and eventually, yes, the thing was, yeah, Chihiro died, and then after that, Jin and Haruka went separate ways, and that was the end of Kamen Rider Amazon's season two. And what do I think about this season? Well, yeah, it was a bit more dark than the first one, and a lot of things made me go like this, like surprising. And like I said with season one, I don't recommend letting children watch this because of how dark it is. For teenagers, that should be up to the parents. But of course, for anyone over the age of 17, then they can watch if they want to. And please subscribe to my channel because that will help me a lot. And please share this video on social media like Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.